There are so many detoxes. Which one do you recommend? This is JJ Virgin, 4-time New York Times bestselling author, celebrity nutrition expert, and fitness Hall of Famer. I've been on a lifelong quest for answers to the toughest health questions. And now I'm sharing what I found with you. Welcome to Ask the Health Expert. Nick Catoni from Instagram DM'd me and asked, there are so many detoxes. Which ones do you recommend? There are, right? And there are some ones that I definitely would say, run away, and some ones that are fantastic. So I'm going to go through what you should be looking for in a detox when we get back. I think back and I was on a plane and I was flying back to Palm Springs, California, and we have the Betty Ford Rehab Center that is literally 10 minutes from my house. And this gal is sitting next to me on the airplane. Now, I am writing a detoxification PowerPoint for a presentation. That's going to be what I have to get done on this plane flight. And this gal sitting next to me, and she goes, oh my gosh, detox. I'm going to a detox center. And now she wants to chit chat, which, this was my whole plan, was to work during this time. But I also went, that's not the kind of detox this one is. And so the first question is, what are you detoxing from? Because I think nowadays when we think about detoxification, we probably mean more something like a gentle detoxification or a cleanse, rather than either a drug or alcohol detox or something where you've got to do, say, a heavy metal detox. My son, Grant, who had the traumatic brain injury and Lyme disease, also had severe heavy metal poisoning. He is like a cat with 9 lives. And we had to do heavy metal detox. That's very different than a self-guided or a group or an online program cleanse. And in fact, those ones you want to do with medical supervision. That's where you want to work with your functional medicine doctor. But doing a cleanse or a gentle detoxification several times a year is a really, really, really good idea. Number one, it's going to help you just focus on yourself and your self-care and getting some better habits in place and eliminating some toxins. In fact, really, this is something you want to do as one of the first steps as you start to focus on upgrading your health, which is a constant journey. We're always peeling that onion because you've really got to help your body be good at releasing toxins. And I remember I had a great nutrition mentor who said, better out than in. You want a body that can excrete and eliminate really well. Along with that, you want to minimize your exposure as much as possible. So that's my first question is, what are you detoxing from? And I think probably it's just from all the stuff we get bombarded from on a regular basis. And that is everything from EMFs to the toxins in the air, in what we drink and what we eat and what we put on. Remember, your skin's a sieve. So if you're putting it on your skin, it's getting in your body from cleaning products, etc. So the first thing we want to do is make sure we're not adding to the problem with more bad stuff. So you really want to make sure you clean up your environment. Check out your cleaning products. Shout out to my buddy Steven and My Green Fills. That's what I use to clean all my clothes. Look at your skincare products. I use both Anne Marie and Primal Life Organics and Wellness. Those are my 3 product lines for hair, skin, teeth, so that I'm making sure that I'm staying clean and not putting dirty products on my skin. Sunscreen as well. And then look at the food and the water and all the different things that you are eating and drinking. And so the first thing, of course, is to minimize your exposure. The next thing you want to think of is, how do you just get it better around the house. So green plants actually can be great for absorbing some of the toxins. Obviously, air purifiers, air filters, and we have all of our water filtered at our house. I also am fortunate to have a swimming pool, and I have a saltwater pool, not a chlorine pool. So look at what you can do. We don't use pesticides on our lawn. We use everything we use is organic. So what can you do to make sure your environment is as clean as possible? Everything from making sure you have organic dry cleaning on down. Next thing, you want to make sure that you're able to excrete well. You're going to sweat, pee, and poop out those toxins. So you want to make sure that you can both free them up and get them out. Now, here's a challenge with those juice cleanses. If you free up those toxins, but you don't have the protein, the amino acids on board to grab a hold of those toxins and escort them out of the body, you got a problem. So you always want to make sure you've got some clean protein, rich amino acid source when you are doing a detox so that you can excrete those toxins. Other things that are important here in making sure that you get them out is how are you going to sweat more? Shout out to my buddy Connie Zach over at Sunlight and Sauna I have a near, medium, and far infrared sauna, and had a little issue with estrogen dominance that I am now using my Sunlight and Sauna for, and also increasing my fiber to get rid of. And that's one of the great uses of a sauna is it can help you get the toxins that are stored in the fat out. So, and that is one of the key places we store toxins that can act as its own source of weight loss resistance to slow down your metabolism and interfere with your hormones. So the ways you can excrete sweat. So what does that mean? Saunas are a great one, and exercise is another great one. Next thing is doing some circulation. So I love dry brushing. People are like, what's that? You take a dry brush and you circular motion brush your body, and then get into an Epsom salts bath. That's another great one. You want to eat foods that are rich in sulfur as well. That's another great detoxifier. So things like cabbage, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower. And then also, these are great because they got a lot of fiber, and fiber is going to help you have poops you can be proud of that will help you eliminate. Because remember, poop is how you eliminate, one of the ways. And then, of course, because you also do it through sweat and pee, lots and lots of fluids. And shout out to organic green tea here. And then, of course, lots of pure spring water. And it's important that it's pure spring water, not like, water in tap water that hasn't been filtered, or say water in plastic bottles. All right, there you go. So that should help you choose a cleanse. And again, run away from the juice cleanses and focus on a cleanse that's going to supply some amino acids, get you the fiber, get you a lot of fluids, make sure it's antioxidant rich. You need that to help you detoxify well, and that all the time you're minimizing your exposure. And one last thing here. I love these focused cleanses because it really helps you get more good habits into your life. But you're being bombarded by toxins on a daily basis. So then take these habits and make sure you incorporate as much as possible into your daily life so that you don't get an accumulation. Your body is a history book, right? It's a chemistry lab and a history book, and we don't want that history book to be loading up with toxins. We want to be eliminating them daily. This is JJ with Ask the Health Expert. I do this 5 times a week, so make sure you never miss a show by going to subscribetojj.com.